Right. So that's that one done. Let's go for dilemma number 2. Let's do... I'm going to leave Martha's Rest till last. She's the one that we have the most like connection with. But I do like this guy as well. He's got some good dialogue.
Fucking thieving bastards!
Wow. This place is
A shop.
a bit different. Just right at the start of it, sorry. I swear to God that sign wasn't there when I first arrived. Didn't they face you this way? That's why I didn't see it. My bad.
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle.
See?
Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Yeah, let's just talk it through.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Right, back to Lubor we go.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Yeah, I don't mind Lubor doing most of the talking. He's a smooth talker.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. With you as captain. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Guys, I've been saying it for ages. Jill, she's got it in her, clearly. Like, they should let her be a bit more assertive and take the lead sometimes, man. She's more than capable. I do love me a character like that that can kind of take more command of the situation sometimes and be like the more of a lead. Even though Clive is obviously the main protagonist and hero of the story, Jill's been there from day one, man. She's the ride or die. She's got to sometimes step up, and she does at times, but I still feel like it's not enough for my personal taste. So hopefully moving forward we do see a few more of like those Jill moments where she takes the lead, is more assertive. I think that'd be nice.
Mummy, If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Yeah, you see, like, it's even these little touches that to me make these kinds of dialogues and like kind of more side questy feeling things pop. Just the fact that those two had to pretend to kind of, you know, they had to lie or pretend to be someone else, and the little bit of awkwardness that comes out from that, like those are little bits, like they're things that we haven't really experienced in the story with these guys. So it just makes like some relatively basic and straightforward dialogue all the more kind of interesting and fun, just because of that. So I think it was a nice touch.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Nice. I like this quest. This kind of, it feels very collaborative, like they're willing to put everything on the line as well to protect their town. And so will we. So let's go.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
Right, we'll start easy.
I'll
Just with,
take that one.
you don't have to do anything yet, Jill. Just let me set the ball rolling. Actually, good health by these guys, I have to say. I'm impressed. I couldn't cycle through what I wanted properly. I'm still getting used to pile driver being on the other side. Let's trap these two in here. Okay. I'm not going to unleash any Giga Flare or anything yet, it's not necessary. It's all good putting in work. I'm just saving up the iconic abilities for now, while we have it easy. The Sultan. Okay, Sultan. And then give him a Giga Flare while he's down. He isn't doing much for the stagger gauge. And like I say, like damage-wise, it's kind of underwhelming. I'm not happy with Giga Flare, unfortunately. See if we can finish this off. Made to be broken. I guess I had limit broke a certain number of times. There we go. So yeah, Giga Flare, unfortunately, not quite the Giga Chad move I was hoping for. I kind of have a mind to reset all of my abilities and not use it.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Okay, there we go. I thought maybe we'd have to step in to save those guys too, but they united and they got the job done. So all's well that ends well. They live to survive another day. Right. I think we can move straight out of here. There's no new quests that have popped. Definitely have to do all three before that. I do wish we got to go on a set of quests with Mid. I think that would have been fun. Just a more of like a youthful, high energy character that maybe has a different set of abilities, or something like more of an alchemist type, throws in a few different looks compared to what we've had from like you know, the other NPCs that have joined us. I mean, she could even join alongside Jill too. We could still have her as well. So it's a bit of a shame, so far at least. Maybe she still will, but it feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. Like when she was building the airship, or she needed the parts, I think we could have definitely gone and done that together. Maybe gone out into the world and quested together for like an hour or something. I think that definitely would have worked nicely. Especially like she's Sid's daughter, they could have talked about stuff like the past. I would have definitely liked that, personally. Right, the final dilemma. Let's see.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
At this stage, do we even need like 1,000 gil to go with
Do
quests?
you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Yeah, that was my initial reaction as well. Alright, Clive. Let's go handle business. Now, like I say, I was excited about Giga Flare, but to me it's not doing it. Increases the number of hits afflicted by the beam. I mean, it's like a 5-star for damage, but like even against that like one random guy in the previous battle, I unloaded the entire thing and it did maybe like 3% of his health bar, or 5% or something. So strike an enemy multiple times, Giga Flare, bonus points. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as sold on it. I think at this stage, when I probably get the next icon, you know what? I'm gonna master this for starters. You've seen how important that is. Maybe when I get the next set of icons, I might reset all abilities, possibly. I'll save before it, but my assumption is if I reset all abilities, then I get all of my ability points back that I've spent on them. And then I can kind of redistribute to the ones that I actually want and have a more refined setup. So I'll use Power Drive. Power Drive works really well. I like Power Drive. This one just feels cool. I don't know, I just enjoy using it. And this one, I don't know. I feel like it's just been basically fire and lightning, so I'm trying to spread it out by using other stuff, but I don't know. Flare Breath is like a weaker Giga Flare, and I get more like interrupted and shit doing this. And this one is like, eh. We'll keep it how it is for a bit longer, but at this stage I'm not super happy with it. But yeah, I should have changed this for the dragon. It would have helped me take noticeably less damage. That was a mistake. I'm assuming against storyline quest stuff I should still be okay. That dragon's surely got to be harder than I think basically anything I'll face relative to my level until the end of the game. But there you go, there's my 4th limit break bar as well.
The barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long. Might buy us a few moments to say our last farewells, though.
The outlook is not good. And just as Phoenix Flame returns,
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
okay. Yeah, we're gonna try and finish off the ones we damaged. So they're getting little hits in at me, but nothing that's going to cause any problems. Okay. So this time, I will use this for wave number 2. Ah, still alive. Okay. Surely there's more to do. This is just a start.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
So Wade again, huh? Let's see what he's been up to.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Okay, let's keep going. Do I? Yeah, I might as well take this. And then just buy another.
How do?
Yeah, let's see if they... I think the final elixir thing... Yeah, only Karen sells it.
Much obliged.
But yeah, if there was ever a battle where you would need it, it would be an S rank that was like 12 levels higher than you, some giant dragon, so... I don't regret it.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Ooh.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Yeah.
Then let's do our duty.
My boy Wade is back. Okay. Right, this is more like it. There you go. Okay. See if we can get ourselves a Mega Flare going. I think the level 2 is kind of not that important. There's probably going to be more to it after this, but right in the face. So yeah, against these bigger enemies, it's just kind of not that effective. So I'm not going to use a limit break here. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't use it. Fine. The Adamantoid is thankfully quite slow. It's not too big a deal. Right. Whoops, that's the wrong thing, but fine. It's not quite what I meant to do. So Mega Flare and Giga Flare at the same time. That's wild. I'm gonna get hit here, but okay. It's nice, thankfully those spells kind of hit it directly in the face where it does the damage. Nice.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job?
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Always nice fighting with you, Sir Wade. Let's go here. It's quicker than taking the lift and all that crap.